Hi! This work is about Unmaking AI Magic, a design taxonomy developed by myself, Maria Luce Lupetti, and Dave Murray Rust. Our work came out of the observation that many AI products come embedded within a language of magic. We have companies presenting AI tools and products as magical, traditional activities being rebranded under the magical possibilities afforded by AI, and especially a multitude of design companies embedding new AI features under magical labels, such as Figma and Canva. The language of magic is so established within the space of design and AI that magic wands and sparkles have become the archetypal ways of representing AI. But why? Why do we have such a strong use of the language of magic when it comes to AI? Surely, the feeling of enchantment is intrinsic to the experience of any new technology. As the famous quote by Clark says, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. When it comes to AI, however, we argue that the enchantment is more powerful and ingrained in some of the peculiar characteristics of AI. AI and deep learning especially have a particular power to enchant because of their extremely high level of complexity that makes it hard, even for experts, to explain in detail why a system behaves the way it does. And in the gap of comprehension between AI behavior and human reasoning is the place in which enchantment flourishes. AI ambiguity and unexpectedness, then, distinctively contribute creating what we call the magical aura of AI products. Design in this space can operate in two ways, to either enhance or diminish the enchanting power of AI products. For instance, design can increase enchantment by applying magic metaphors, as in a growing number of smart products recalling the image of magical things. Think of smart mirrors for exercising that reminds of a magic mirror, or stage magic principles that can be used to create enchanting product experiences, like the Nest thermostat that is able to anticipate needs of users. But as critical scholars point out, encouraging a sense of magic when interacting with AI products not only allows to reach sophisticated and seamless user experiences, but also tends to hide and minimize concerns on the consequences that AI can have. So enchantment also becomes a mechanism for masking exploitative work ethics, power struggles, and dramatic environmental impact. So on the other hand, one can take a critical stand and design with the intent of diminishing enchantment, and this can apply by either manifesting hidden mechanisms. Think of the project Anatomy of AI System, in which Crawford and Joller shed a light on the magnitude of material resources and human labor needed by AI systems to work, which usually remains hidden and unknown to the public. Or another approach is materializing the beliefs that often we hold about AI technologies. As in the project Believe It Yourself by Automato, in which the designers developed a set of electronic boards embedding AI with superhuman capabilities, such as predicting luck, as a way to invite us to think about the myth of AI objectivity. So the growing space of magic in AI seems to lead designers to either embrace the enchanting power of AI to create good user experiences or to resist it as a moral imperative to be truthful about the actual capabilities and implications of these technologies. But the truth, we believe, lies somewhere in between, and designers rather need to develop a capacity to navigate the space of AI magic and its dynamics. In this vein, we developed a taxonomy of magic in AI design. We adopted a conceptual to empirical approach in which we combine theoretical knowledge extracted from literature with insights emerged from our critical reflection on project resulting from 2 years of a course on interactive technology design at TU Delft. In this course, students were explicitly invited to work with AI tools and embed AI capabilities in their projects. We started by grounding our taxonomy on literature, and we visualized the design principles we discussed earlier, that are apply stage magic principles and apply magic metaphors in the space of design for enchantment, and manifest mechanisms and materialize beliefs in the space of design for disenchantment. We applied this initial taxonomy to our collection of 52 students' projects, trying to map each project to a principle and discussing what ultimate effect the project achieved in terms of enchantment or disenchantment. Through this activity, we observed that the vast majority of projects were applying stage magic principles, such as under the loop, in which students embedded principles of transformation in a magnifying glass. A few were applying magic metaphors, such as Lumi. Few others were manifesting mechanisms, such as a closer look. And finally, one project applied the principle of materializing beliefs, which is colored realities. But despite the many projects mapping onto our initial categories, many were not really fitting into any of these. So we added 3 more categories. The first is summon AI as supernatural entity, which operates on the space of enchantment. Here, the projects engage conceptually with AI as a superior entity with superhuman capabilities, as in Reframe Your Thoughts, in which the students develop a mystical object that listens to your therapy sessions and provides recommendations for your mental well-being. The second emerging principle is Presume AI. In this case, projects do not explicitly engage with AI, but live within the data-driven world of AI. For instance, a reflection through collection focuses on a device that allows surfers to collect water quality data and to release it for further processing. This aspect of releasing and processing, however, is left undefined, suggesting the presence of a complex intelligent processing system. Finally, a single project led us to identify a peculiar category that somehow breaks free from the dichotomy of enchantment and disenchantment, that is, play with AI. This single project, the Future Dialogue, invites users to engage with AI through play by making tangible the act of training objects through sound for a hyper-personalized use. This invites people to play with AI and test its limits, with the effects of, on the one hand, disenchanting because the mechanisms of machine learning are manifested, while on the other hand, it encourages a suspension of disbelief to be part of the play. So through our process, we define a taxonomy that includes 7 principles, but also identified dynamics among the principles and magic thinking in design more broadly. Our first observation is that each project can actually embed multiple principles, such as colored realities that we see materialize in beliefs. But at the same time, this project reminds of the live newspaper from the world of Harry Potter, for instance. But while a project can embed multiple principles, their combined effect is to either enhance or diminish the magical aura of AI. If disenchanting principles are at play, these tend to dominate, as in a closer look, that embeds stage magic principles of transformation and provides a seamless interaction. But its manifesting of AI mechanisms clearly position the work in a disenchanting space. As Rose explains, in fact, when we open up the unfamiliar device to see what makes it tick, our curiosity kills the enchantment. Our last observation is that AI enchantment does not solely affect the users of the final products, but first and foremost the designers. This is particularly evident in projects applying principles like Summon AI as a supernatural entity, or Presume AI, where roleplay and Wizard of Oz techniques are largely used, and the final projects present AI with capabilities that are often distant from actual capabilities of the technology. So we look at the taxonomy with its principles and dynamics as a nascent design theory, a reference through which we can understand phenomena and dynamics around the design of AI things. And we really see this not just as a mere piece of theory, but also as a potential tool for supporting exploration, as well as reflexivity in design activities. In the paper, we explain in detail how we see the taxonomy usable in design, especially through the intentional exercise of what-if questions and why questions. For instance, one could ask, what if a desk heater would look and behave like a phoenix, which is a magical creature? And a possible answer would be that a heater could use AI capabilities to see the user's needs of heat, but then completely erases that, all the data about the user, anytime it is switched off as a metaphor for the dying and rebirth of the phoenix. And then asking why such a product would do that invites us to consider matters of agency, data protection, and privacy. So, to conclude, through this work we argue that today designers need resources to understand their position and navigate their field in between the ambition to be skillful professionals and the responsibility to be critical and conscious about the use of AI. In this regard, we believe the taxonomy is a practical tool to inspire the design of AI products, but also a reference for critically questioning dominant and personal practices around AI design. And finally, we want to stress that the taxonomy is not a finite mapping of a space, but rather an initial chart of a territory that we invite the community to engage with and contribute to. So join us thinking about what magical creatures make the best products, or what translations of AI mechanisms the product really needs.